This is P3D in School, and today we're talking about Pbr materials. Pbr stands for Physically Based Rendering, and a Pbr material is a way to represent materials from the real world into your computer. So let's start by adding a 3D object to your gallery. And we will be working on the material that is assigned to the entire mixer object. So we see three very important properties at first: base color, metalness, and roughness. Base color will represent, well, the main color of the object. So for example, you can make it a nice red, pink, blue, or maybe a nice yellow. The next question you ask yourself is my object metallic or not? Now this can be a little bit tricky, since for example you might think, of course the body of the mixer is made out of metal. However, what's important is what's in the outside. So in this case, the body of the mixer is painted, and the paint is usually non-metallic. So let's see the difference. If I set metalness to 1, I'm basically saying I'm looking at metal. And if I set it to 0, I'm saying I'm looking at anything else than a metal. It will make sense in a bit. So the third and very important slider is roughness. So roughness represents, in other words, how polished or unpolished your surface is. So for example, a roughness of 0 is a perfectly polished object. Maybe something like a mirror or a very glossy surface. Or, of course, a higher roughness will start to look maybe like rubber or rock or something that has a not so sharp look. These three sliders work together very well. So for example, if I want to create a mirror-like object, I would say it's metallic, definitely. It has a white color, and it's 0 roughness or extremely polished. Then if I want to create a gold-like material, I will set the right color, and I think I'm done. But what if I want to create some kind of plastic? Then plastic is non-metallic. And again, define whatever color I want and the roughness level I want for the plastic. So the very interesting part is that I can control this not only by hand but by texture. So I have a few textures prepared already. The first one will be the base color texture. And I have it here called diffuse. Alright, so my object now has very nice colors already assigned by texture. The second one I will use is the metallic texture. A texture that is mostly black and white. So black will mean 0 metalness, white will mean full metalness. The white parts are usually assigned to things that are fully metallic, and the black parts of the texture will be assigned to painted parts or plastic parts or other things that are not metal. And the third texture I have prepared would be the roughness texture. Now you can see that it is very nicely defined where my object is very specular or very reflective, and where it will be a little bit more blurry. The very nice thing about Pbr is that everything can be encoded in these three very important textures. As you can see here, for example, rubber is represented very nicely, as well as metal, as well as paint, all in a single shader.